Yo, what is going on, everybody? My name is Zach here, and today we are live with CHL Nation, episode 7. As always, it's Zach here, and here with my co-host, one of the co-hosts, Stick for 1-3. Wait a minute, Stick. What are you doing?
Oh, just signing out of my my second tag here. Shout out to my buddy Crystal Tang.
So yeah, guys, if you haven't heard, Crystal Tang is banned for second tag issues. So he isn't here, and also one of the co-hosts who's supposed to be here, Funsley, wasn't able to make it. So in honor of him,
Yes.
all right. So Crystal Tang couldn't make it because he's banned. Funsley couldn't make it. He's watching SummerSlam right now, and actually he's on GTA 5. So yeah, that happened. So yeah, we're short on guests this week, and our cameras are a bit laggy. Bear with us. This week, though, I mean, it's a lot like, Crystal Tang got banned. He had second tag issues with an I Love Blacks account. Brody and the commissioners and such got in touch with us saying he couldn't be on the show. This is a quote reading from the removal information, saying that there were several complaints filed against him, stating that he was playing on the account I Love Blacks. He admitted to the allegation, and he is being issued a 3-season ban, removal from LG Media, won't be eligible for management, and he is also not eligible to buy out his ban. So, Snake, I want to see what your opinion is, because me and you talked about this for like days before the show even started. But what do you think of this whole Crystal Tang ban?
I mean, it sucks to not have him on the show anymore. It was fun having him here. I mean, you can't break the rules, and this is a perfect example. I mean, we've discussed all year about following the rules, what to do, what not to do. You can't have a second tag. The league, as I know, doesn't just make a decision without the proof. So they must have had the proof there. The proof's there. He didn't deny it clearly. So it's unfortunate, but it is what it is.
And from inside sources, it was let out that he knew it was going to happen. Like he was just waiting for it to happen.
He knew it was coming, and he was ready for it. He wasn't. I mean, he took the news very well.
Right. Okay, so in other news on what happened this week in the CHL, did you guys know there was playoffs going on this week? I mean, I didn't know. So starting off with the series is, I mean, the Battalion just crushed the Niagara Ice Dogs 4-0. But to give the Ice Dogs credit, though, they had a close game with them. I think what game was that night? Game 3. Yep. There you go. Their goalie stayed for 1-3, still on his head, but but the Battalion moved on to the semis. And the Peterborough Petes against the Bulls, I mean, no one was expecting this to happen. Peterborough Petes just demolished the Bulls 5-1. I mean, everyone thought going into this that the Bulls were going to be like a powerhouse team. What do you think?
I called Peterborough last week, just saying.
You did?
Just throwing that out there, yeah. My guess was Peterborough.
I thought it was the Bulls, to be honest with you. I wasn't expecting Peterborough to,
Defense wins.
Defense wins, there you go.
Defense wins.
In the West, the Greyhounds shut out Kitchener 4-0 in the series. And in a tough close series, the Erie Otters fell to the Owen Sound attack in 7 games. So what's your opinions and thoughts on how this week in the CHL playoffs went?
I mean, other than the Belleville-Peterborough series, which, as you said, surprised some. I mean, myself, like I said, defense wins, so I expected Peterborough to win. For the rest, I don't see many surprises. It's going to be interesting going forward. One series in the East, one in the West, and 4 really good teams left. So, I mean, at this point, it's still open. Nothing's nobody has an advantage over anybody really at this point. So anything could happen. But I'm still going to go with what I've said from the beginning, North Bay all the way.
So, as you mentioned, last week was the quarterfinals. This week is the semifinals. The winners from this week go on to the finals, Memorial Cup finals. Everything that has gone on the entire season doesn't matter. These 4 teams, the Peterborough Petes, North Bay Battalion, Only Sun Attack, and the Greyhounds, all have a chance at that Memorial Cup. So we're going to go ahead and give our thoughts and predictions on each series. So the Peterborough Petes and the Battalion have not lost a single playoff match, a single playoff game at all. They shut out both 2 teams. But they haven't played a team like Peterborough. No offense to Niagara or Kingston, but they haven't played a team like Peterborough, and they haven't played really played bad at all this season at all. They're top of the league, everything going good for them. So my prediction is, Battalion 4. Just gonna go out and say it, Battalion 4. What do you think, Stick?
I'd have to agree with you. I say North Bay in 4. The reason for this is, and I've said all along, defense wins. But both of these teams have a phenomenal defense. They both have solid goaltending, but North Bay's attack, they will suffocate you. You get trapped in your own end, and you can't get out. And the power play,
right?
Don't take penalties.
You cannot stop North Bay on the power play. Whenever you get in the box, it's North Bay. You're done.
Yeah, there's no hopes. So don't take penalties, or you're toast. It's your only chances to stay out of the box.
And I mean, Peterborough is a good team, but they're not as good as a team like North Bay. They have a good defense, sure, but their goaltending isn't too great. Their forwards aren't going to really produce much goals for them. They would produce enough against teams like Mississauga, who they beat in the first round, like the Bulls in the second round. But a team like North Bay, you can't stop them. You just can't. They're too strong of a team. To me, they're going all the way. That's just my opinion. They're going all the way for sure. I don't think any team in the CHL at this moment can beat them.
I called it from week 1. It was North Bay.
It was you, man. I remember the first week after they were undefeated, I was like, there's no way Belleville's not going to win the Memorial Cup. They're the best team, and look how that's changed, man.
Yeah.
Belleville is just dropped, and I think one of the things that changed, they were good until they traded guards.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, to see Garbs leave Belleville in his prospect season on fire the way he was playing, and to sit in a TC for the rest of the season, I mean, that's unfortunate. I'd really like to see the numbers he'd be putting up still at this point, having played a little more of the regular season and actually have played playoffs, because he was definitely an MVP quality goalie. So I can't imagine why he's sitting on TC, but maybe there's something I don't know going on behind the scenes.
I think he was on vacation for 2 weeks.
Okay.
I think he was on vacation or something like that, and he couldn't play. They put him on TC, and he got back from vacation, and he was ready to play. And they had already had, their AGM, talking about Erie, Piguin, their AGM was a goalie, and they already had another goalie who was established on that roster. So I don't think you have to transfer him. But, if Erie wouldn't have traded for him, he would have been their first choice goalie for any other team. You know what I mean? So
exactly.
I think next season he's going to be in the NHL draft.
Absolutely.
But then again, maybe they won't know about him because he hasn't played much.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'll be real. I wasn't all that known last season. I was drafted this year, so I'm sure Garbs is going to be going up next season. I have no doubt.
Okay. So on to the West Series. I mean, this is a little bit not up our alley, but I mean, the 2 teams in here kind of a little bit surprised me. I think towards mid-season we were all thinking Saginaw all the way, man. and look how things have changed. I mean, Saginaw lost to 6 to Owen Sound. Owen Sound then had a close series against Erie, which was one of the top teams. So Owen Sound did a really good job, and the Owen Sound men, they
Well,
had to face what?
to be honest, the West hasn't been the easy conference that we thought it was. I mean, you
Right.
look at the teams that were hot. Plymouth, Kitchener had a good run for a little bit. Owen Sound, Saginaw, all of these teams it was up and down throughout. These teams have been strong. Sault Ste. Marie, though, their forwards are just so fluid and cohesive. They work well together, and I think that's going to be the series changer in this one, is how well their forwards pass the puck and play the puck and just naturally know where each other's going to be. And I mean, there's some players on that roster. Undershot kid, just off the top of my head. I mean, that guy's great. He's a good hockey player. He's a leader on the ice. And they're well managed. Rowdy's doing a really good job out there. So, I mean, I think it's going to be a Sault Ste. Marie North Bay final.
Really?
I do. Yeah, Sault Ste. Marie North Bay.
And you talk about the Greyhounds and the team they faced in the first round, the G Storm men. They put up a tough fight against them, and I think it's a quote from, the Greyhounds, that they thought they were going to lose that first round.
Yeah, well, Guelph was really underestimated, though. We have to be honest.
Right.
They kind of turned into a team that everybody laughed off, but you look at their roster and they were full of good guys. I don't think we can really say, well, Sault Ste. Marie got a rough run by Guelph, so how good can they be? Guelph was a really good team. We played Guelph in the final week of the season, and they were a solid team. It was a close game. So nothing. We can't take anything away from Guelph. I think the last series proved that it wasn't just that Guelph didn't shake them up. That they weren't going to lose focus, and they kept going. So I think they're just going to ride their momentum now, and it'll take them to the finals.
My prediction is I think both of these teams look strong. I think the Greyhounds finished first in the West, Owen Sound second or third, something like that. Owen Sound beat a tough team in the Erie Otters, so I think it's going to go down to 7 games. But I just think that Owen Sound will take it. They faced 2 tough teams in Saginaw and Erie, and I think they're going to ride off the momentum of the 7-game win against Lake Erie and take it home, take the West, and go on to face North Bay in the finals. But, anything can happen. It's playoffs, Memorial Cup semis. These 4 teams are so hungry for that cup. Maybe we could see a thing of North Bay, we've beaten, shut down every single team we faced, dude. Peterborough's going to be a walk on you, dude. We're going to stop them. And maybe Peterborough could take a few games early and maybe take that round. But I just don't think that'll happen.
No.
Okay, so on to everyone's favorite topic of the week. I know we didn't have a lot of information to talk about, but the dingus of the week, man. So, Snake, who's your dingus this week?
Well, my dingus, I'm gonna hit a little bit close to home this week. I'm gonna go with our usual co-host, Funsley. Funsley, you're my dingus of the week because Zach and I here waited about 45 minutes to get the show rolling. And where's Funsley? Watching SummerSlam.
I messaged him yesterday, man. Set up the link so we can do the show tonight, which was last night, and we can edit it and have it up tomorrow.
Yeah.
No message back. And he pops on Xbox One. He goes on the WWE Network, obviously watching SummerSlam, and he's on GTA 5 right now. So.
Yeah, that's there's my dingus of the week, Funsley.
My dingus this week, besides the obvious ones like Chris Letang, I think it's gonna a stiffy note, man. We were looking for guests, and Snake comes up with a suggestion. Snake comes up with a suggestion. I'm sorry, guys. for Stiffy Nope, and I messaged him. He's like, I'm happy about the offer, but I respectfully decline. So I don't know about that. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why he didn't show up, but that's why he's ending his. He's too good for this show. That's what it is.
He's too good. Yeah, that's it. North Bay is too good for the media.
They're like, oh, we're Memorial Cup champs. We don't need you guys.
That's it.
Yep.
All right, so to the back.
So is there anything else that you want to talk about, Snake, before we wrap up the show?
No, I think that's it, buddy.
All right, sorry guys for the lack of video quality and the lack of guests for that matter. So it's just me and Snake. We hope you guys enjoyed this little short show. This week is the semifinals, so go out there for the 4 teams that are playing. Play your hardest out there, and we'll hopefully see you guys for the Memorial Cup finals next Sunday. So for Snake 413, and it's pretty much it. It's been your boy Zach, and we're out. Peace.